Welcome, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of June 2024. This is a great time for you in which you're going to experience a bit of a kind of sweet spot in your career in the second half of the month. And before that, a whole pile of luck and goodness coming through your part of your sky that happens to do with things like journeys, pilgrimages, far off foreign shores, book publishing, but more deeply, finding a deep connection to your true path, aligning yourself with the true north of your life. Where are you meant to be? How are you meant to move through this world as you were meant to be living this game we call our lives? So we're going to talk more about how that works for you in the month of June. But before we get started, I want to introduce you to me. If you're new, my name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac and the whole sign house system. I certainly have a passion for the fixed stars and the minor asteroids. If you stick around on my channel, you get a lot of that content. One of the things I want to say is that I'm doing one simple promotion. If you're interested in May winning a prize with me, please jump aboard. This is going to be free reading, free courses, free all signs bundles for 2020, for reading all signs videos. That's 15 hours of content. These are all worth money on the open market. You're getting them for free if you win. How do you win a reading and all that stuff with me? You join my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter, and every Sunday I'm giving prizes away to the subscribers who will have instructions on how to enter the contest. I've already given away 12 prizes as I record this video for you guys on May the 8th. Will be coming out in the third week of May for the June forecast. In the description box under the video is all you need to know about getting on that newsletter. So let's talk now about the month ahead. First of all, let's go for the planetary placements first. We'll talk about Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Mercury moving into different signs in your sky, therefore different whole sign houses. And we'll also then talk about breaking the month down day by day, week by week, so you can take notes and find out, when to pay attention to timing your best life through some of the amazing opportunities that can come up for you this month ahead. Couple of notes though, your sun sign can be about your career and your purpose, and your moon sign can be about your home and your body, but your rising sign is all about you. And secondly, this is general bell curve astrology. We're doing our best to delineate trend lines for all signs. Of course, your chart is absolutely unique and speaks to how this will play out for you, and you'll need to talk to an astrologer in person for that. It won't be me. I'm not doing readings anymore these days, and I'm too full anyway. So let's get going and talk next about the sky. Jupiter, Santa Claus, fairy godfather, ho, 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 the good guy, guru, dispeller of darkness, prosperity, wealth, and all things good, is moving in or has moved into Gemini as of the 25th of May. And that will mean he'll be for one whole year in the Gemini whole sign, ninth house of your chart as a Libra, rising sun or moon. And what I'd say about this is it's going to open up doors of deep meaning for your life. Quite often, I'll see people going back to school, getting re-educated, finding a spiritual teacher or faith, seeking out guidance counseling or mentorship by a teacher or guru. But more importantly, Jupiter is opening an expansion of your deeper purpose for being on this planet. That is a ninth house delineation. It's your Dharma house. It's also a Lakshmi wealth and luck house in India, and Jupiter opens up that expansion. It's also a house of father figures in Indian astrology. We can translate that here and say good things happen to you through father figure type folks. And that will be doubling down to the good father archetype for Sun Libra folks, where good father type folks are blessing you with luck and prosperity and goodness. But think about a compass and true north. And this is the beginning of that true north journey where you align with your soul's true path. But the whole month of June is filled with an activities agenda of a stellium. Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and Venus will all be piled up here for you. And there's a lot to say about that. We'll break it down by going into the Venus story first. Venus is also a benefic planet like Jupiter. Let's call her fairy godmother for now. She moves into the sign of Gemini as well on May the 24th. Jupiter, May the 25th. Now you've got the two benefics hanging out in the sign of Gemini. Now Venus is a real fast mover, right? She moves at a really big clip, and she kind of is, speeding quite quickly ahead. And what I would say about you having a Venus in the sign of Gemini as a transit is look to this time, you know, in May 24th, if you're listening early enough, of course, to June the 16th, while she's in the sign of Gemini, look at this time as a time of sheer, pure luck. Lakshmi house is a feminine deity, a goddess of luck and prosperity, bounty. And this is what Venus also represents energetically. So it's just a zone of luck, of expansion of your prosperity, of a feeling good about really your whole life. Venus applies to your Libra, sun, moon, and rising and flows in a trine to you. So you're going to just have a feel good vibe here. You're going to love yourself, love life, feel like you're in touch with your destiny, May 24th to June 16th. Now, this is the house of pilgrimages, and you may go on a long distance journey to seek truth, to seek God, to find your soul. The El Camino, for example, I have a Libra friend doing the El Camino with me. And so you're going to find that this El Camino vibe, metaphorically, is something you're looking for, a quest to seeking for truth, a consulting the deep oracle within yourself. Also, when Venus is up here, she could possibly bring positive, good things through females to your life. And this is exceptionally positive for third marriages, book publishing, legal and court outcomes in your favor, and visas, passports, and long distance travel things working out beautifully, May 24th to June the 16th. And it has a vibe of sisterhood as well for anyone who might want to travel with women or connect with women. Not to get too belabored, but this can be the sibling two ahead above you, you know, not the one just above you, but two above you, born two, you know, up to, not the sibling just older than you, but two older than you is a ninth house sibling. And maybe there's good things happening with siblings 2 ages above you in your life as well. Now, one thing I would mention here is that Venus is going to leave this part of the sky on, okay, so keep tracking with me, June 17th, and move into your career house. Now, June 17th to July 11th, we can say career things turn on and up. From June 17th to July 11th, you are very fortunate, getting a job, being popular with the boss, getting public attention and accolades for your career, being well respected in your career, having fun and enjoyment in your career and reputation space, or whatever you visibly do in the world that people notice you doing, whether you're retired or a student. What are you visibly up to that people recognize you doing? And you can say, I'm successful or not at this. So keep that in mind. That's your career part of the sky. Again, June 17th to July the 11th. Now, Mercury is busy as well, tracking really close to Venus. So we want to remember that on June 3rd to 17th, he's joining Venus in Gemini. So Mercury in the ninth house with Venus and Jupiter, but Mercury up there is really good for visas, passports, commercial success, book contract, publishing deals, publishing a podcast, being on somebody's podcast, maybe. Mercury up here allows for a lot of sociability with Venus, social fun times connected to educational institutions, higher education, foreign shores, foreign lands, book publishing. But if you're someone trying to create a book publishing deal, you ages, book publishers, that kind of vibe, blessed energy, June 3rd to 17th. Well, Mercury is there with Venus as well. On June the 18th to July the 3rd, Mercury then goes into that career house where Venus is as well. And so you're going to find June 18th to July the 3rd, a lovely time for negotiating a new contract at work, getting hired, hiring someone new, finding a new position that's your dream job, having a lot of good chatter or good press about you. Venus, good. Cancer, Mercury, you know, your reputation can grow and expand in deep and positive ways. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with Mercury up here, but it's really good for being able to dispense news, information, or market and sell and merchandise things that are connected to your career. If that's the kind of career you're in, that's going to look really good on you. Certainly, if you want to get a raise, promotion, ask for a favor, apply for a new job, having this transit of Mercury, June 18th, July 3rd, and Venus is up there with him at the same time, that's your golden opportunity time for these kinds of endeavors. Alrighty? Now, what about Mars? Mars, the warrior and the planetary champion hero archetype. Mars is moving into Taurus on June the 9th. This will be Mars moving out of his kingdom of Aries, which was your 7th house. Your 7th house is the house of your significant marriage, relationships, partnerships, etc. As a Libra, you might have found your significant marriage and business and clients and audience and marketplace challenging. Mars cuts and severs. He may have ended a partnership, ended a legal contract, ended a legal work contract, had you battling or deking it out with a customer, client, or your significant other. Anyway, or separation and time apart, maybe for travel. That's over. And now Mars is moving into your 8th house of chunky money. Now, this is often where you might go to battle, alimony, spousal support, shared resources with your partner, separation of mutually shared assets with a marriage partner. That kind of energy can play out when Mars is here in your 8th house, and he's there June the 9th to July the 21st. It also helps you eliminate waste, and he may cut away things to do with your investments, or help you streamline and change the way you approach your taxes, or things that may have to do with cutting and ending and severing some kind of financial dependency, say on money that doesn't belong to you, inheritances, trust funds, or things like that. You got to be a little careful when Mars is here. He's a malefic planet in a difficult house. And sometimes for some people, this can look like problems with your health, or problems with, monies, fighting over monies with others. So just be a little bit more cautious about that. Certainly, you don't want to get into financial disputes with others if you can avoid it. June the 9th to July 21st, especially if it's over shared financial resources. Uranus is here, and there's explosive energy as well in your 8th house right now. And Mars-Uranus is not a positive combination. So pretty well giving you advice not to take stock investment risks, and to avoid battling over money that you're trying to, share with another or separate with from another person. Now let's move on, and let's talk a little bit about the blow by blow, week by week. I do not cover the full moon and the new moon content. And there's a reason. I have these large, long videos every single month with all sign delineation. So I'm not going to try to do a cursory job here, but we're talking about the major planetary transits through the sky next. Let's start off with June 1st to June the 7th. This is such a busy but positive energy in the sky. We have some very luscious stuff with Venus. First of all, Venus is going to birth herself all over again in the heart of the sun in a way she hasn't done for 4 years. She comes into the heart of the sun in Gemini, superior conjunction, meaning it's behind the sun from our vantage point. She's going direct. She does this at 14 Gemini on June the 4th. Now, this whole week, June the 1st to 7th, she's under the beams of the sun and very debilitated, but then she hits the sweet spot. And this could mean something very luscious is happening for you on June the 4th. And it's a good time to tune in, maybe meditate, pray, ask Venus for support, because she's coding with divine will, the sun, what she wants to give you, not only in the 4 years that follow, but in the 9 months that follow. What she wants to give you as good things in your 9th house of luck, prosperity, Lakshmi, right? Father figures, book publishing, foreign travels and journeys, pilgrimages, and home to true north. So this is the blessing of Venus. You may not see the outcome of that until July through to next March, the first 9.5 months, but July she's visible. March, it expires with a conjunction to the sun in Aries. So it's that first 9.5 months, but especially after July, when we see her in the sky as an evening star, you get the best blessings. Venus is the ruler of your sign. This is a big, big deal for you guys in the month of June. And also, while she's rebirthing herself for the entire day of the week, but most acutely around the 3rd and the 4th, you're also going to see Jupiter and Mercury coming into a conjunction in a flowing, beautiful trine to Pluto, newly emerged in Aquarius. Now, this is so positive. Opportunity is Jupiter. Growth and expansion is Jupiter. Pluto is power and wealth. This can bring a great deal of intense achievement and success, power and wealth, opportunity energy to you as well in the actual time frame of June 1st to 7th, particularly around the 3rd and the 4th. Now, Pluto is in your 5th house. Jupiter is in your 9th house. These are Dharma houses. Come home to your true calling, find your skills and gifts and use them in the world. But Pluto in the 5th house is powerful transformation through love, romance, fertility, pregnancy, children, creativity, art, and entrepreneurial businesses. Some of you may come into a contact with some beautiful opening in themes of opportunities with foreign lands, foreign shores, book publishing, creativity, power, and yes, romance, because Venus is involved as well at the same time. A powerful transformational romance can emerge for some of you, Libras, maybe because you're traveling, maybe because you're off to university or college or studying, because we have all this energy of the ninth house involved. And it can also be the beginning of a new relationship that becomes like a third marriage. So powerful, powerful energy for every Libra. Now, if you're with somebody already, of course, that's not what I'm suggesting. Then it's something else. It's inspiration, joy, enthusiasm, revitalization, regeneration of your innocence and your desire to have fun playing the game of life in a meaningful way. Very profound energy for you. The Pluto placement in the fifth house, so you can win lotteries here. It's a house of good fortune. It has to do with winning money and gambling. And so there may be a gambling win or something like that going on. You took a chance, you win. It doesn't have to be a casino, right? It doesn't have to be a lottery. It could be you took a chance on love and you won. You could took a chance on truth and wisdom and spiritual faith and you won. And you're revitalized and you're regenerated and stuff like that. Your children belong to where Pluto is, a powerful story emerging about one of your children. And some of you Libras may experience something like the news of a grandchild on the way during this transit. The ninth house is the house of grandchildren. We have Mercury bundled into that conjunction to Jupiter, the god of children. So some Libras may hear that they are going to be a grandparent or experience the birth of a grandchild in the wake of this energy, June 1st to the 7th. Now, I hope I'm not talking too fast, guys, but I do talk fast, and you can slow me down on the playback speed. Some tension in the sky June 10th to the 12th as Mars is going to have a deep and profound conversation with Pluto that's challenging the square energy. This is where I don't want you to get fighting over money with people, because this is your chunky money house, fighting about money with a child, fighting about money from an entrepreneurial perspective, having to engage in some kind of financial conflict or conflicts around secrets that bust forth, especially things to do with infidelity and forbidden love. So those kinds of secrets may bust out of the box here and cause tension June the 10th to the 12th. And it may not even be a conversation, but rather a financial crunch or some uncovering of something that was hidden from your view to do with secrets and betrayals. Now, on June the 14th, we're going to see Mercury also join with the Sun, as did Venus, as a cazimi as well. Mercury does it 6 times a year. And here we have him going into the heart of the Sun from direct motion on the 23rd degree of Gemini on June the 14th. It's like you can get magical divine downloads, new insights, and some interesting news can be revealed to you and the world that day. Now, Mercury doing this may not deliver the full out picture for a couple of weeks after, but he is resetting you in that ninth house where Venus and Jupiter and the Sun are all hanging out. Again, the biggest call for you Libras is to find your way back home to the real reason you came into this world and got incarnated. And this is a rare time because you have to have Jupiter here, which is only every 12 years, and then Venus star pointing here every 4 years. This combination of a star point with Jupiter is probably 100 years old. I haven't done the research, so it's a little bit like a once-in-a-lifetime stellium. So find your true north, come home to your true self. And so Mercury will help you do that. But exciting new developments in book publishing, foreign travel, visas, third marriage environments, starting a new third marriage, finding your deepest purpose in life, coming into a deeper spiritual alignment as well, and you're finding your faith and your wisdom and what matters to you. Come to my free Mercury Cazimi webinar that I'll teach just around the time of the actual Cazimi. I'll probably teach it on the 22nd or even on the 23rd. I'll be coming back from the El Camino. So come aboard. There's a link below. Do a guided meditation. I've taught this kind of Cazimi class about a dozen times. It's my favorite free course that I do. And it's always different because it's a different sky, asteroid, star. So it's not the same rinse, repeat. Come aboard. Check it out. Free. Check the link below to subscribe in the description box. Now, on June the 16th to the 18th, we have Mercury now conjunct Venus. Don't forget, they're all piled up in your Gemini space. Mercury Venus conjunct is good news, exciting news, happy news, good information, lots of social, like social fun and intensity. This is happening at 28 Gemini, just FYI, and it's going to be in a very beautiful energy flow. You might find yourself really loving the vibe of being able to connect with and to join in good cheer and good celebration with people that you truly feel aligned with. But on the other hand, it just could be some good news. You got a book publishing deal, you got some positive direction around academic setting. You got some good news or good directions around long distance foreign travel and lands. Now, what happens next is that you're going to see on June 20th to 21st, and at the very same time, I almost forgot to mention, this Venus conjunction to Mercury will also square Neptune. And there's a little bit of a cautionary note. If there's good news or seemingly really positive information coming through about rental situations, pets, debts, work opportunities, wait until June 21st when the sun will square Neptune, because there may be something a little bit unrealistic about it. Like you could be starry-eyed or deceived by this information. So give it a bit of a pause. And then on June 20th, so 16th to the 18th, yeah, maybe it's good news. June 20 to 21st, then you'll be able to see clearly. The sun will help you discern the quality of this offer, news, information. So give it a pause. And then on the 21st, you'll kind of see the light. June the 26th to the 30th, okay? There's a bit of a chutzpah of energy going on here. Mostly good. Mostly good. Mercury, the messenger, and the commerce and commercial enterprise guy will trine Saturn. Now he has moved into the sign of Cancer. So now he's in a water sign at the top of your sky, career and reputation stories. And he looks back down over his shoulder at Saturn in your sixth house of work. This, for a lot of you, will be some positive developments that are sustainable and have backbone around work opportunities, job opportunities. And I do think because of the way that Venus Mercury thing is occurring on the 16th to the 18th, that could even be the time in which you get an interview or something. But we see some consolidation June 26th to the 30th as Mercury flows to Saturn from Cancer, and you're very possibly getting some kind of real formidable, structured, good employment job, or you hire someone new and it's your perfect person in your employment downline if you're the boss. Mercury here can also bring you some kind of positive information, news to do with father figures, but this looks very worky to me, okay? I got the hiccup, sorry. Worky, it looks like a work vibe to me. And there's also this energy here with, at the same time this is occurring, June 26th to the 30th, Venus is flowing to Mars, her cosmic lover. And this is a sextile, and there's always a sweet spot in the sky for you, for me, for the world. But Mars is moving through that money discord house. I was worried you're going to fight over money with people, your eighth house. But now Venus is going to say in Cancer up there with Mercury in your 10th house, it's all good. Severance packages, sign-on bonuses, buying stock in a company, taking some money off the investment table can happen at this time. So it can resolve any of the earlier financial struggle that may have occurred as Mars was battling it out. And I like this a lot as well for sort of perks of the work, getting health and medical benefits that support you financially in some new kind of work environment. If you're already in a steady workplace environment, Mercury trine Saturn is an up level. The boss loves you up. You're getting something good happening, some more responsibility, but some more money, that kind of thing. Again, it's for some of you, it may be a new job as well. And Mercury is the ruler of your ninth house where all this action was happening. So then he moves into the 10th house and maybe giving you the job, because the ninth house is like the backroom part of it all, the runway. It's where you're in the interview room, where you're doing the auditions, and then boom, you're on stage with your Mercury. So it looks like a lot of you during the Mercury transit, for example, June 3rd to the 17th, might be applying for jobs. And it could be that you're stepping into the new jobs after June the 18th, for example. All right, next we're going to look at one last piece. Surprise! Mercury sextiles Uranus. Now, it's always unexpected. Mercury's information, news, phone calls, text messages, and emails. Some unexpected, surprising news around June the 29th through the 30th as Mercury in your 10th house of career, surprise from your 8,000 chunky money. I'm just going to be clear. It's a money surprise for 9 out of 10 of you. Some kind of like, I got a tax rebate from heaven. I got some kind of stock that popped. I got some kind of career bonus points on my agenda of finances that I didn't see coming. You are going to be surprised, but a sextile is the nature of Venus and it brings positive surprises. So let me know what happens there. This is always the unexpected. I'm doing my best to delineate what it could be. All right. Thanks, guys, for listening. I hope that was useful information. I hope you enjoy your month of June. And I'm recording this early access ad-free content May the 8th for my Patreon community. If getting this kind of content a couple of weeks before the public interests you for no ads as well, then try me out for the lowest tier of $5 even a month. We have 1 to 3 Zoom meetings a month, depending on your tier. And finally, as my ethical bribe, come try me out, get Chiron, the Key to Purpose, and Synastry, Are You My Person? That's the relationship course. Each is for resale at $22. You get those $44 value for trying me out for free. As soon as you sign up, you'll be able to see how to access those 2 courses for free. And then if you don't like my Patreon community, you can just leave. Go ahead. Goodbye. No problem to me. Keep the courses, and at least you had a chance to suss out what it's like to be backstage, more intimate with me on my Patreon community. Well, I'm in Portugal doing the El Camino. I'll be giving them shout outs and a bunch of extra content, of my journey through with the Camino, for example, that won't be available to the public. So check it out. See if you want to join. Hope you guys do. Hope to have more of you here on my channel. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you.